did. I wasn't ready to go. I didn't hear her.
Well, folks, from Netcruzer RC, I'm at GFX Racing for the Winter Series finale, round 6. And we're gonna go out in 3500 stock, a new car. You've not seen this car yet. I ended up buying a pre-built by another racer, RC28. I call it the RC28R because that's the initial SKU that they came out with, but officially on the box, it's called the RC28 Team Kit by Team Associated. This is probably one of the more affordable 128 scale, kind of mid-tier to high-end chassis that you can get. This is nearly box stock. It just has a couple of racing mods done to it. So this, I've still got the stock chassis. I do believe this carbon bumper, I don't know if it comes with it. It has a factory team sticker on it, so I don't know if that was an upgrade, this carbon front bumper or not, because I didn't actually build this, so I'm not 100% familiar with it. But as far as I know, it is mostly all stock. It's definitely got the stock rear end on it, and up until today, it had a fully stock front end on it as well. And this is what you call a linkless design. So instead of a traditional type of a pan car where you have the triple links where you have damper tubes that go left and right, this one has a solid brace, but then it has these torsion bars which allow you to adjust some of the suspension settings. I've not adjusted that. It's however it was built. It seems to be handling quite well. I've ran this now twice at our local small track at Hobby Hideaway, and I've got second in the A-Main twice now with this. It's been handling excellent. Then I came here today to the bigger track. This is a, I don't know, 4+ kit of RCP track. Huge layout for a 128 scale racetrack. And I did notice today that the front end felt a little bit too flexible, too washy, and I had been told about that. So this is what I had on it initially when I was racing it at Hobby Hideaway. This is the 2 degrees camber, 2 degrees caster, which if you want to change camber and caster, you just replace these plates. It comes with a couple of them out of the box, so you get a couple of different geometries with the kit. This one's a 3 and a 4. So what I ended up doing was I got a next brace off someone who had upgraded his car and then moved on to a different chassis. The next brace adds a metal reinforcement to that front piece, and now I'm running it with the 2 degree camber, 4 degrees caster, and with that front next brace, it's really strengthened up that front end, and it has reduced the initial steer in. When you add caster, that kind of slows down your initial turn in and makes the car less twitchy, less darty on the straightaway. So I do like how it feels now on the big track with that small change. So right now the only upgrade part that is on this out of what comes in stock that I know of is this next front brace, as well as this the front wheels. The front wheels are also in Next Racing with the outer kind of anti-roll type hubcap that goes around the outside of the sidewall. That kind of strengthens up the front tire from deflection, so you don't have to glue your sidewalls. Then this ring kind of does that same job. That's kind of a neat little tuning aid that a lot of people are doing. The other modifications that have been done to this is more kind of just usability improvements. The battery stay is a 3D print, as well as it's got a cute little cable comb here that's also a 3D print, as opposed to the elastic system that's in this really is kind of awful to use and doesn't really hold the batteries in securely enough, so someone printed that up. The previous owner printed this up. The previous owner is a racer. They just, life got in the way and they weren't able to make it out to these 28 scale events, so the car came up for sale and I bought it. Very interesting color scheme in this mint green. It's kind of on the same scheme as Team Coyote is using, but I've taken off the Coyote stickers because even they built it with Hobbywing. It's running a Hobbywing Mini 28 ESC. Coyote doesn't offer a 28 scale ESC yet. I've got the FlySky Mini receiver. I'm running a Gens Ace 340 milliamp hour battery, and we've got the 3500 Hobbywing motor, censored motor. Not allowed to run timing in the 2500, 3500 stock class that we're doing, so it's in blinky mode. And the other tuning things that have been done to this is it comes with a gear differential, but the gear differential as you build it out of the box is very, very, very tight. So the essential thing you must do is do not run the 2 shims. And to make it even better, you can do this modification, which is to take off the outer gear cover and you just run it open. Now, that also leaves the gearing pretty exposed to getting crud inside. As you can see here, that it's pretty dry, but I do believe it has a little bit of grease on it from when it was first built. This has been doing very well. It's a pretty open feeling diff, but it runs pretty well on track like this. It's very similar feeling to a ball diff. And I've now raced against some people that have a ball diff and my configuration like this, and it's competitive with them. So I'm going to keep this until it runs into a problem, and then maybe we'll put in the PN upgraded ball differential. But for now, it's running great with all the associated parts. You're going to see an A-main race with this. We're currently in qual 2, so I don't know where I've sorted exactly, but we will go out next in a 3500 stock with an associated RC28. Here we go in Blinky stock 3500 class. I believe I'm starting in P4, and there was two other things I forgot to mention, which is what gearing I'm on. I'm on a 12 tooth pinion. Now for here on the big track, you are allowed to run a 14, but I don't own one because I have almost nothing tunable or spares for this car other than what it came with. So we've just been rocking with the 12 tooth pinion today at 100% throttle. I have no throttle curve, no steering curve. I'm at 76% steering, 100% throttle. And tires. The tires that are on this, which I did not know until I asked the original builder, they are DS Super Softs on the rear, and the fronts are Nex Gecko Mediums. And actually they're feeling really good on this big RCP track. I find the front end is a little bit pushy on the small track, but I've also changed my front end geometry a little bit. So it's actually feeling very good today, but these rears are wearing down rapidly because they are super softs. So I only have 3 race evenings on this car so far. They started out with a full tread. Now they are down to a full slick and getting smaller by the drive. So rear tires are good, but they do not last long. I find that this car is very responsive to smooth driving. That might be just the nature of the linkless style chassis, is that you have to don't be too abrupt getting on and off power. Smoothly rolling back your throttle allows me to hold a tighter line in the steering. It takes a lot of concentration for me to do, so I'm going to shut up during this main and just try and drive clean. Okay. Oh, then I still don't, whatever.
I wasn't ready to go. I didn't hear her.
Now I hear her.
Fuck.
After 45 seconds, the top drivers are Chris, designated John, Christy, Paula, and Andre.
Go.
I thought you were going off.
No, I tried to get it to the outside and time didn't work.
Who just middled it?
After 1 minute 30 seconds, the top drivers are Chris, designated John, Christy, Paula, and Andre.
Well, ruined.
After 2 minutes 16 seconds, the top drivers are Chris, designated Chrissy, John, Paul, and Andre.
You lapping me, Dean? I think so. Okay, I'm going outside. That's what I tried to do last time. Whoa. Whoa. I think that's top 3 all have lapped me now.
Go.
Two minutes left, 1 second. The top drivers are Chris, designated Chrissy, John, Paul, and Andre.
Doing it again. Could it be my battery?
No. Because you have steering.
Why, what's going on?
Losing power.
Could be your battery.
Well, now you've got a spare. I sold them a Reedy battery
After
today
3
that I
minutes
had with
46
this car.
seconds, the top drivers are Chris, designated Chrissy, John, Paul, and Andre. One minute left.
I think that's Paul for position. Oh, dang it. I might be down to 5th or 6th now.
After 1 minute 32 seconds, the top drivers are Chris, designated Chrissy, John, Paul, and Andre. Chris done. Chrissy done.
I think we're on the same lap.
Designated done. Andre done. All drivers are
All right, that was the main. I know I'm losing a lot of corner speed. I'm going too wide, and then when I do hold a tight line, I'm not up to the pace of the other guys. So I need to figure out how to keep my pace up and hold a tight line, because technically everyone should be on the same. Everyone should be on the same thing. He should be blinking. Yeah, Dean's blinking. So no one's got advanced timing, and everyone's got pretty much the same motor. They might have 2 teeth more on the pinion than I do, but there's not much else you can do other than tuning your chassis. All right, guys. Where did I land in that, Dean? Am I 5th or 6th? Where did I finish?
No, I need to sleep here all night so I can.
Oh, I did get Paul. All right, started 4th, finished 4th. So Paul was 1 lap down on me. He got ahead of me at the end. I thought he passed me, but I was still 1 lap up. All right, that was 3,500. So started 4th, finished 4th. Better than I thought, because the last half of that race, I really fell off pace. I thought I fell down a couple of positions, but it ended up sticking where I was. At one point, I was up to 2nd or 3rd, but fell down to 4th in the end. All right, guys, enjoyed the video. Hit that like button. If you're not subscribing, I'll talk and leave a comment down below. As always, thanks for watching.